It is in between the 8th and the 18th of August 2023 where you are going to have this message. This message is going to surprise you. This message is going to blow you away. This message is going to open your eyes. This message is going to bring so much clarity into your life. You will know exactly what do you want to do, and what you're gonna realize it's gonna require from you to make probably the biggest adjustment or readjustment you have ever made. You're gonna be blown away how passionate you're gonna feel and how adamant you're gonna feel at the same time to do something that normally it would put you off, only because there are gonna be some kind of uncertainties that you are gonna be facing. There are gonna be some kind of challenges that you are gonna be facing that will put you off, and you would run in the opposite direction like a big mama. But now you will know, now you will fully understand that this is something that you need to do in order to change your life. And this is bringing a massive change. So the bigger challenge you feel, the better reward is going to be. And my gorgeous Taurini, what you need to understand that this is something which is going to happen and unfold way quicker than you can possibly imagine. We are in August now, but I can tell you already that by the end of September, financially, this is going to, oh my God, gonna start making sense. It's a lot about having your financial situation so much better, but at the same time on an emotional level, you are gonna feel like you are probably standing in front of one of the most interesting stage of your entire life. What you're gonna become aware of and what are you gonna feel like you want to do, you need to understand that this in itself, it's gonna make you very successful in many different ways. And the people who do know you are gonna feel very proud of you as well. This is absolutely brilliant. My gorgeous Taurini, what can I say? And also when it comes to some like really not really good addiction, and there are lots of addictions going on in the world nowadays. Do you know what I mean? Addiction can come in so many different ways. It could even be like a kind of like a maybe spending too much time on an internet or whatever it is. But there is some kind of addiction that has been affecting you for a while now. Whatever this type of addiction is, this is something that you are already aware of. And this in itself, it's also going to be the first time that you are really going to take this seriously, because it's more about you having a conversation with somebody, like a very intense conversation, and certain subjects are going to be touched on, and you're not going to like the subjects that you're going to be talking about. Every single time when you talk about something that you don't want to hear what that person is, for example, going to say, every single time you're going to explode. And the more you explode, the better it's going to be. The more you're going to realize where the problem is. And this is brilliant. This is the first time that you are going to take some kind of addiction really seriously. And it took one specific person to really kind of, and this particular person who I'm talking about here is like somebody who is in your life, somebody who is very close to you. So the people who are very much so closely connected to us, you know, they're very honest with us, and we need this honesty, because somebody who doesn't know us that well wouldn't be as honest with us. So first of all, you're going to be a little bit pissed off, maybe a little bit angry, but then again, it's the first time that you're going to take this addiction seriously. Well done, my gorgeous Taurini. Finally, you are coming out of something that was affecting you, that was affecting your energy, and this is brilliant. And when I say that you are coming out of it, well, just by you realizing this and understanding where the problem is, you're already halfway there. And it's all going to come from your mind. It's all going to come from your state of being. It's all going to come from your soul. It's all going to come from your spirit. You're already halfway there just by acknowledging it. And the problem was that maybe before you didn't want to acknowledge. Maybe you didn't want to accept that this is some kind of addiction. So this is why this is important, because it was affecting your quality of life, this bloody addiction. But then at the same time, it has also built the barriers, invisible barriers, and now you're going to remove these invisible barriers. And yet again, it's the power of those amazing people in our lives, what they can do. Absolutely brilliant, my gorgeous Taurini, indeed. And also, what else I was going to say, when it comes to the actual numerology, you know, your number is 822. Now it's like pretty much so, listen to me, this is important, I'm not being funny here, but it's about the sudden progress. You're gonna have a really sudden progress when it comes to August, and that in itself, it's at the same time gonna require from you, you know, when you become aware of the sudden progress with this, with that, it's like, oh my God, what's happening? Each thing that you, three sudden progress, you're going to have 3 sudden progresses. Okay, this is important. 3 sudden progresses. This is, you will know what this is, because each progress is gonna, oh my God, it's gonna make you feel inside like how you never felt before. And you need to understand, when it comes to these 3 important progresses, one of them is gonna be obvious at around the 8th of August. Another one is gonna be obvious at around the 18th of August. And the third one is gonna be obvious at around the 28th of August. You notice number 8, you know what that means. That means luck, good luck, success. And at the same time, it's a lot to do with you making the right decisions, which are going to be beneficial both for your financial situation, for your stability, but at the same time for your happiness as well. More than the finances, everything else is going to come naturally, because you're opening up the pathways for yourself to follow by following your own passion. And that's the way to be. Even if your passion is to walk around with a bottle of water, and you know what I mean, like you like that, walking around with a bottle of water, but if you still feel passionate about it, go for it. Do you know what I mean? It's going to take you to the place and to the destination where you need to be. Okay, so this is why this is so important. So each time you need to understand, when you have this you know, each time when you become aware of the progress, remember those 3 days. Remember those 3 days. Each time you become aware of the progress, you need to understand this. You need to stay with me. Each time you need to make a quick decision. Each time. So it's not about, yeah, progress, let's just fly, baby, let's fly, baby. It's not only about the progress. Oh, great progress. No, baby, no. I'm gonna need you to do just a little bit more, just a little bit further. Even my plantini is saying like, absolutely yes. And what does that mean? So it's not only about the progress on these specific days, my gorgeous Taurini, but it's at the same time, you need to understand, if you don't make a quick decision and act on it immediately, you're not gonna have this opportunity ever again. Did I make myself clear? Did I make it morbid enough? Did I make it morbid enough, my gorgeous Taurini? So as soon as you become aware of this progress on these 3 specific days, at the same time, you need to understand that you have to make an important decision then and there. You need to be very quick, very sharp and clever, because if you don't make a decision then and there, as soon as you become aware of it, you are going to stop this progress from happening. Almost as if you're going to have within this illusion that, oh, I can do this next month, I can do this next week. No, baby, no. No, baby, no. It's not going to come back. It's not going to happen. So this is why you have to go with the flow. And you have to, once you go with this flow, that's it. You're going to be absolutely fine. So you must understand, and maybe there may be a little bit of challenges that you're going to be facing, but this is when the real Taurini needs to come out. And the challenges that you're going to be facing, of course, are going to be taking attention away from what you should be focusing on. So take this as a challenge. Take this as a blessing. Open your mind and just flow with it, my gorgeous Taurini. It is ever so important indeed. What is going to happen? You are going to start this process of change, this process of like a readjustment. You know, you're about to reverse your life. You know, I'm not being funny, but you know, lots of things that you were just so negative about lately around you, that you became became so bored of. This is also your sign that now it's time to move on. If you're very, very bored of something, then this is affecting your energy, and therefore it's affecting your quality of life, and that in itself, it's affecting so many different aspects of your spiritual journey. So this is going to lead towards a really powerful, a readjustment, a rebirth, and a determination. Oh my God, you're going to find yourself on this absolutely mind-blowing spiritual quest, which is going to be as powerful like never, ever, ever before. And never mind this little like, oh my God, this is mental. In between the actual 20th and the 31st of August, in between the 20th and the 31st of August, this is what you need to watch for. You're going to be on your way to the forest and you're going to end up in the gym. Or you're going to be on your way to the cinema and you're going to end up in the shop. Something is going to happen completely mind-blowing. You will have something planned. You're going to feel how you want to do something, and you're gonna somehow end up somewhere completely different. And this is where the big mama is about to step in and shake the ground with her weight. Do you know, this is gonna be crazy, okay? Because I want to say this to you, that in between this stage and period that I've just mentioned, you are gonna feel like it's probably to do with something planned or something that you're gonna be planning, and then you end up somewhere completely different. And that was meant to happen. That was meant to happen because you are going to have this experience, this really kind of unusual experience. And this unusual experience, it's like going to be like a little adventure. You're going to have like some kind of a little adventure that is going to make you feel so enthusiastic, so good. You're going to feel alive again. And it's also going to show you exactly what you want to do, what you want to explore, what you want to learn more, what you want to try. You're going to realize there is so much more in this life for you to do, for you to explore, for you to try. And this is going to probably be one of the biggest awakening you have ever had. Everything is going to start to make sense at this stage of your life. Not only this is going to make you feel extremely enthusiastic, the reason why is because you're going to become aware of this whole new initiative. And it's to do with something new starting, something new, something amazing, something refreshing, which is on top of that also going to bring so many different possibilities into your life as well. Like, oh my God. And on top of that, by the end of August, there is some kind of family problem or family issue that it's going to be resolved, that it's going to be sorted, something, I don't know, within your family that was left unresolved. Maybe you had a bit of a row with somebody, or the family members didn't get on, or something like that. But there is some kind of a family issue and family problem which is going to also be resolved. And I'm so happy for you, because I know that this is to do with something that was really, really worrying you. You will be able to relax after this moment in time. You will be able to chill out a little bit, but at the same time you're going to find this really, really rewarding, because one of the family members, you know, it's also going to tell you like a little secret, something that they are experienced with, something that they've done all their life. And this little secret, it's really going to blow you away. It's going to surprise you. But it's going to be something very, very interesting for you to think about how to apply to your life. Okay, so this is when things are going to become even more interesting for you, my gorgeous Taurini. Indeed, absolutely mind-blowing in so many different ways. I don't even know what to say. And lots of you are going to feel like you want to have some kind of like a little, lots of you are going to feel like you want to have some kind of an animal, like maybe a cat or a dog or something like that. And it's not about that, but it's more about the moment in time in August when you feel like you want to have an animal. You can have an animal, that's absolutely fine. I'm not here to say whether you can have an animal or not, but the bottom line is, let's say that you are thinking about getting a rabbit or something, yeah? Let's say you're thinking about getting a rabbit. Oh, I want to have a rabbit, I want to have a bunny, blah, blah, blah. But what is going to be different, and why am I saying this to you? Because very shortly after, you are are actually going to see a rabbit. Now, this is if you're gonna see the rabbit outside or something like that, and you were just thinking that, how you're gonna get a rabbit. Let's say you're thinking, oh, I'm gonna get this bird or something. I wanna have this bird, you know, and then later on in a day, you're gonna see that bird somewhere. You're gonna be like, oh my God, this is so crazy. No, baby, no, you don't dismiss this. This is a double whammy here. Very important sign. Number one, just get an animal, rescue something. Do you know what I mean? That's brilliant. You do so much good with that. But the bottom line is another, what this also means, my gorgeous Taurini, it's that basically as soon as you see this animal that you were actually initially thinking about of getting, you have to reflect on what is going to be on your mind. You need to, oh my God, for the love of God, please remember this. You need to, so you think about rabbit and then you go out and you see a rabbit suddenly. It's not about, oh yes, this is your sign to get one, yeah, I suppose, but it's also an important sign for you to pay attention to what was on your mind. What was on your mind? What was on your mind, please? Because this is your sign to reflect and to pay attention to what was on your mind at that time when you saw that rabbit, because you need to release some kind of negativity and some kind of negative energy. It's not only about releasing negative energy, but it's more about you realizing that you are thinking about something persistently, and it almost became like your little dream world, something that you can manifest, something that you can do, something that you should manifest, something that you should do, but you're just kind of thinking about it, and almost like if you kind of like created a little world of illusion where you think about it and it gives you enough energy to move on, this familiar feeling of like having something. So you just need to go over that. You need to pay attention to when you see this animal, this super powerful sign, super powerful omen, that you have to go for that particular thing that you're constantly thinking about, but you're not doing anything about it. Very important indeed. And also, my gorgeous Taurini, when it comes to the actual nutrition, I highly recommend you to get natural vitamin D3, which is going to boost your immune system. It's going to be brilliant for your bones, and it's also going to give you energy alongside a zinc picolinate. Zinc picolinate and natural vitamin D3 are superb combination in order to boost your immune system and for your energy and for your skin, hair and nails. And the third supplement is organic chlorella, very important supplement which is rich in omega-3 essential fatty acids, which our body cannot produce by itself, but it's essential for our mind, for our brain, for our memory, for our mood, for our focus, and this type of thing. And it's also brilliant to boost your immune system. It's brilliant for so many other things, but it's also organic chlorella. It's fantastic to detoxify your body from the dangerous metals, and they are sadly nowadays absolutely everywhere. My vitamins are without any nasty ingredients, without any chemicals, without any rubbish added in, and they are completely natural. They are made with high quality ingredients, and they are suitable for everybody, like vegetarians and vegans. So organic chlorella, and here is zinc picolinate, and here is natural vitamin D3, okay? If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. And if you would like to buy my vitamins, which are on a half price sale at the moment, then you can just click on the name of this video and it's going to expand, or you just go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin vitamins, and you're gonna see my vitamins coming up that way as well. Now, starting with the first date, my gorgeous Taurini, which is ever so important, it's actually going to be on the 1st and the 2nd of August. You need to pay attention to what is going to be on your mind on the 1st and the 2nd of August. You are really going to surprise yourself. Why? Because there is going to be specific word on your mind as soon as you wake up in the morning that you don't normally use, or maybe just going to be a little bit later when you wake up, you know, but there is going to be some kind of word on your mind on the 1st or 2nd of August, which is like, you're going to be like, where is this coming from? So for example, for a cat, you say a cat, then you're gonna wake up on the, normally a cat you call a cat, and then you wake up on the 1st and the 2nd of August, and then suddenly on your mind is a feline, and it's the word that you don't normally use, like, oh, where is this coming from? You know, you need to write that word down. You have to remember this. You need to write this word down. When we sleep, we visit all sorts of dimensions, and we become aware of so many different things, but we don't remember once we wake up, okay? But we remember like specific words and things like that. So it's coming from somewhere really powerful, from a completely different dimension, okay? On the 1st and the 2nd of August, you are going to have this specific word on your mind, which you need to write down. Why? Because you'll forget about it. There is so much which is going to happen throughout the month of August. You need to trust me. Why do you have to write it down? Because on the very much so, the last week of August, you are within the last 4 days of August, within the last 4 days of August, within the last 4 days of August, you are going to find yourself on a massive crossroads, on a massive crossroads, and these crossroads are going to surprise you. These crossroads are going to completely surprise you. And so that particular word that you're going to have on the 1st or 2nd of August is going to be your answer, is going to be your way out. It's going to be the part of your path, the part of your direction you need to follow. So just remember that word. That word is not going to make sense to start with whatsoever. But when it comes to the last 4 days of August, you will know exactly what I mean when you find yourself in this crossroads. Indeed, it's like, oh my God, that particular word is going to be your answer. That particular word is going to be your way out. It's like, oh my God. The second important date, my gorgeous Taurini, it's going to be on the 3rd of August. Now, on the 3rd of August, you need to understand, very important conversation, very intense conversation, like intense mama, this is. Very important conversation, very intense conversation. At the same time, this is going to be quite important conversation. Did I just say that? Yeah, probably did. This is going to be very important conversation because you need to be strong. You're going to be dealing with someone so powerful in terms of their energy, but you need to be strong. You need to remain honest to yourself, and you need to understand that you have to put your foot down. You need to be as clear as you possibly can. You need to be as direct as you possibly can. You must not hold anything back. I'm not saying that you need to row or argue. This is not about rowing. This is not about an argument. Not at all. This is about passionate conversation and you putting your point across and not holding back a single thing. Okay, this is your life, this is your spiritual journey, this is your element, this is your dimension. Don't cut the corners where you shouldn't cut the corners. You're cutting the corners with things that you're not mentioning at the time that you should be mentioning, only because we are dealing with somebody who's very powerful in terms of their energy. Also maybe a little bit intimidating, you know, this is what like maybe this intimidating energy can do. So on the 3rd of August, you just have to understand to be as clear as you possibly can, as direct as you possibly can when it comes to this particular communication. And this in itself, it's really going to, it's about your passion. It's about your passion. By being clear, by being direct, you know, you're being honest about yourself. And the more honest you are about yourself and about your passion, the more courage you're going to have. You need to understand and now it's time to put your foot down, and now it's time to be the leader of your own life. I'm not saying that you weren't a leader of your own life before, but this is going to remind you of a situation that you've already been through, not with that particular person, but you need to you didn't respond in the right way, and then then you were kind of suffering annoying and unnecessary consequences later on. And later on you thought, I should have said this, I should have said that. Well, it's too late, baby. So now you don't want this situation to repeat again. So this is going to make you to be a leader of your own life, but also at the same time it's going to lead towards you discovering some kind of a secret here. Yeah, it's gonna lead towards you discovering some kind of a secret here, baby. You see how powerful it is when we are honest. So this is the direct result of this, all this, you discovering some kind of a secret, which is going to give you a new idea that you're gonna become so curious about, and it's gonna kind of bring this thirst for knowledge, and this in itself, it's also like gonna bring so much of a both like a spiritual and mental energy into your life. Well, you need to understand, my gorgeous Taurini, that this new idea which you are going to have, you are going to have a celebration 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 by the end of December 2023. By the end of December 2023, you are going to have a celebration, big celebration, or you will want to have a big celebration because you decided to take this new idea seriously, baby. This is so important. We are growing, we are changing, we are evolving all the time. So of course that this is going to be something so powerful for you and your life indeed. And also, my gorgeous Taurini, what else I was going to recommend you? Absolutely a must. Thulite, a brilliant pendant. Very powerful when it comes to like us feeling this instant energy. So when we are kind of drained, tired persistently, when we know that we are passionate about something but we are not doing anything about it, when our passion dries out, you know, this is why Thulite, it's absolutely brilliant, because it elevates you like instantly, it re-energizes you instantly, and at the same time it helps you to break distracting habits, and it helps you to fight addiction, and at the same time it has powerful effect on your life force energies as well. This gorgeous Thulite comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. The second important date it's going to be on the 11th of August. Now on the 11th of August sorry, you are going to be making, you're gonna kind of feel that you need to make this decision, and you're gonna find this very difficult. You know, you're gonna understand, and you're gonna realize, you know, oh my God, I need to make this decision, but you're gonna find this very difficult. What you need to understand is, I need you to understand this. I'll say it again. On the 11th of August, you're going to feel like you need to make a decision, and you're going to find this completely difficult. You're going to feel like something is not right. But at the same time, you're also going to feel almost like pressurized to make some kind of decision. That decision is fine, but no, baby, no. You do not need to make a decision on this day whatsoever. It's the 11th of August, number 11. It's a very powerful number, and it's a lot about your spirituality, your angels, your spiritual awakening, your spiritual guidance. There is no need to rush on this particular day because it's very powerful whatsoever. So what am I trying to say? When you find yourself like facing this stage where you need to make this difficult decision, you need to listen to me, no matter how much pressurized you feel, no matter what's happening, no matter what's going on in your life, no matter what is going on in your life, you need to pause a little bit, you need to chill out a little bit, you need to do something which is going to be good for your soul. Go to ground yourself, go to visit the forest, go to visit the nature, go to visit some kind of a spa, go to swim, go to paint if you like painting. Do something that comes from your soul. Chill out, relax, and meditate. Ground yourself, recenter yourself, whatever. Just stop thinking about this. Don't think about this too intensely. The less intensely you think about it, the sooner the answer is going to come. You're going to allow the answer to come, but it's not going to happen if there is too much intensity around you, okay? So this is why you have to relax. But the bottom line is that you need to pause a little bit on the 11th. You need to understand that you need to pause a little bit. You need to let go a little bit. You need to kind of chill out, and this is all going to lead towards you having a new perspective, something enlightening. It's going to happen to you, which is going to help you to see things differently than before, and this in itself is going to lead towards you having a deep insight, okay? And this is to do with you understanding, in order to start the process of change, you need to sacrifice something, you need to release something. And by the 19th of August, this is what I was going to say, by by the 19th of August already, you will have an important accomplishment. And then, by the 19th of August already, you're going to have an important accomplishment. Listen to me very carefully. This is what you're waiting for. So this is why you must not rush with this, and why you have to chill out a little bit. It's all boiling down towards the fact that by the 19th of August, you're already going to have an important accomplishment. And then after that, you are going to make this decision. And after, this is why it's so important not to rush, because the decision is going to be completely different to what you would have initially made. And if you do make it on the 11th, it's going to be irreversible. It's going to be irreversible. So this is why you have to chill out a little bit. Slow down a little bit and wait until the 19th. And then you will see, once you become aware of this accomplishment, then naturally, organically, you will see what the next step is going to be. And it's going to be different to this whatsoever. So this is why this is going to be so important. Oh my God. Another thing I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Taurini, it's absolutely gorgeous labradorite, absolutely beautiful. And this one is not only stunning, like obviously, but it has got a power to enhance certain aspects about our lives, whether it's physically or spiritually or mentally. It's going to enhance what you want to be enhanced about you. So it works perfectly with your own very energies. And also labradorite is fantastic because it breaks negativity within yourself. And at the same time, it helps you to protect against negativity from the world as well. And I think we can all do with that after so long from so many negativities, all the time. So this labradorite is a must. Not only gorgeous, but very, very powerful and effective as well. This comes also with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. The next important date, my gorgeous Taurini, it's going to be on the 18th of August. Oh my God, it's like you are gonna come across a very, very strange an unusual person. You will really come across a very strange and unusual person, and you're gonna be thinking, is this person coming from a different place or different time? Is this person coming from a different dimension? It's just so strange what you're gonna feel. And when you come across this very, very strange person, and for some reason, this strange person, I'm telling you, you're gonna feel like this strange person, it's like from a different century or from a different time. And this is really going to get your attention. And there is something gonna be very unusual when it comes to the hair of that person, especially the hair, and the way this person is going to carry themselves, the way this person is going to act, and what this person is going to be wearing. And ultimately the energy of that person is just going to seem like really positive and interesting and very intriguing indeed. And that particular person, as soon as you become aware of that person, this is, first of all, that person is gonna, oh God, what's this? It's gonna scare you a little bit. But then at the same time, this person in itself, you're gonna realize something about yourself when you see this person, that you're worrying about something that you shouldn't worry about. And you're also going to realize which worry exactly do you need to release. Look at the effect of this person that it's actually going to have on your life. And you may not even talk whatsoever, but it's just an effect at that moment in time, what is actually going to happen. You will understand, why am I worrying about this? Why am I worrying about that? For some reason, this person is going to have an effect on you like this, just while you're looking at this person. Amazing, amazing. Again, the power of a spiritual domino. Do you see what I mean? One thing after another, one thing leads to another. So this is going to motivate you to kind of release certain worry. And it's going to kind of motivate you to understand that something has come to an end. And you will understand what exactly has come to an end in your life. And the sooner you acknowledge this, the sooner you're going to allow this new beginning to take over, this change to take over, this transformation to take over, this transition to take over. I mean, this is a lot to do with the moment of metamorphosis. My gorgeous metamorphosis, my gorgeous gorgeous Torini. And you know, it's a lot to do with an end of a cycle. And wherever there is an end of a cycle, the new cycle is about to begin. So this is brilliant, because you know, now you will know exactly what do you need to walk away from. And of course that this is going to be important. Why? Because it's going to lead towards, you know, your realignment. It's going to lead towards you opening your heart more. It's going to lead towards you, you know, connecting to your inner energy. It's going to lead towards you embracing the blessing of life. It's going to lead towards you igniting your passion and releasing your power. And it's ultimately going to lead towards you, towards you opening your door to the divine. By this, you're going to open your door to the divine at this moment in time. So it's going to be very interesting what is going to be happening in between the 18th and the 31st of August in particular, because now you are going to be back in the flow after absolute ages. In some cases, many years, you know. So this is why this is going to be so important indeed. The next important date, it's going to be on the 31st of August. On the 31st of August, you know, you are going to be contemplating. This is going to be a lot about you contemplating about something, you know, so because so much is going to be happening throughout August, like, my God. And you're going to be contemplating about something on the 31st of August. It's going to be you're going to feel both passionate and intense. And then when it comes to you contemplating, you know, you need to understand that, you know, there is only one way out of this. It's like about you, like when it comes to that contemplation, what you need to do, please listen to me very carefully. I know I'm throwing the word passion so much in, but when it comes to that contemplation, you need to understand that you have to do what you feel like you should do in terms of your passion. Please, when it comes to that contemplation, that's a very simple answer. Follow your passion, my gorgeous Torini. By following your passion, you are going to do something really wise. By following your passion, when it comes to that contemplation, you're going to immediately remove yourself from self-limiting beliefs. You know, you're going to release negative thoughts. You know, by following your passion here, when it comes to that contemplation, you're also going to open to new perspectives, you know, and this is so important because it is ultimately going to lead towards your own freedom, and it's also going to lead towards like an absolutely beautiful, gorgeous abundance in as little as 1 year time. In as little as 1 year time, my gorgeous Torini, your life is going to be completely different. And I mean this in the best possible way. Like, oh my God. So now, my gorgeous Torini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you in relationship. I mean, this is brilliant, absolutely brilliant, because, you know, this is going to be an amazing month when it comes to the people who are, my gorgeous Torinis, who are in relationship. You know, there is something that it was bothering both of you. Maybe you had a little bit of an argument a while back about something really important, and the problem is that this argument or disagreement that you had, you were stubborn about it, your partner was stubborn about it, and then you were stubborn about one thing, your partner was stubborn about another thing, you wanted one thing, your partner wanted a different things, and you both felt so passionate about different things, and you've just left it, you know, in the air, if I can say it like that. But this is really important because it affected your both paths, you know, spiritual path. So it's to do with you, both of you being stubborn, but then again, you just fully understood that you're not going to be able to move on from square number 1 to square number 2. So now this is the first time that you are going to have a conversation about it, and it's going to happen completely unexpectedly. Your partner is not going to say, let's have a conversation. You're not going to say, let's have a conversation, but you're going to be both looking at something, and what you're going to be looking at, it's going to remind you of what you had a little argument about a while back. So now it's going to be brought back at the right time where you're both going to feel much more relaxed and you are going to come up with some kind of conclusion. This is so important because you are going to come up with some kind of compromise and conclusion, because you will realize that nothing is going to change until you both take this on, and you need to come up with a compromise. And this is brilliant, because this compromise that you're going to come up with precisely at around the 19th of August, it's going to be so beneficial for both of you. You will be able to make an important move, an important step, but at the same time it's going to be brilliant, especially when it comes to you saving money as well. It's going to reflect on like your spirituality, like you're going to be so much happier, but also you're going to be able to save money as well. But it's going to reflect on both of you so much. By the end of August 2023, you will see that you're going to decide what you're going to decide to do as the couple, to make like a really big move, a really big step, really big change. You know, both of you would find this like, oh my God, really scary and big, like only a few months ago. But now, because of everything that happened, and that beautiful balance in between both of you is just going to bring you to that particular destination. So important. But I'm trying to say that you're going to make one of the biggest decisions, which is going to reflect on your both of your lives. The decision that you're going to make is going to take a time and a while until you get there, because it's going to lead towards a huge change and it's going to reflect on your immediate environment, but it's just going to make both of you so much happier. It's about the things that you dreamt about so much to do to in your life, to be part of your life, but it was slowed down because of this little bickering that you had. So now you're going to be able to move on with that, which is going to reflect on both of your qualities of lives indeed. And also, my gorgeous Taurini, like, oh my God, when it comes to those of you who are single and ready to mingle, I can see you being like, oh my God, you know what? It's like there is some kind of gathering going to be going on. There is some kind of celebration going to be going on. I don't think this is going to be massive. I don't think that this is going to be too huge, but there are going to be some people who you know, and there are going to be some people who you don't know. So it's going to be like a mixture of people. You are really going to enjoy yourself like you haven't enjoyed yourself in like a while, regardless of your age. Your age doesn't matter in these readings. You know, you could be 20 and you could be 110. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter your age. So, you know, like that's something that I wanted to put across. But you're going to find yourself, it's like going to be like some kind of gathering or some kind of celebration, and then it's going to be a mixture of people who you know and who you don't know, and then suddenly like there is somebody who is pretty much so going to appear in your life for the first time ever. This particular person is just gonna, oh my God, just by you looking at that person, there is something that you're gonna feel like you've never ever felt before, or you didn't feel this in a very, very long time, and you're not gonna be able to explain what this is. And it's almost like as if you could be looking that person from behind. You don't even see that person from in front, but you're just looking at that person from behind. And it's all about the energy. I'm not saying that you're going to be looking at that bam, but I'm just saying that it's all about the energy that you're going to be feeling. Oh man, there is something about this person. And then when that person turns around, you're going to fall on the floor like, oh my God. It's like on one hand, it's not somebody who you would normally like. It's not somebody who you would normally fancy, but the attraction is going to be completely out of this world. And what is even more going to shock you, how intense, my lower back, how intense is going to be the energy and vibration in between both of you. So as soon as that person sees you, like as soon as you make an eye contact, it's going to be like, oh my God, very deep and very intense. You know this person from a long time ago. This is someone who comes from the past life. This is why this is going to be so intense. And this is why you're going to need to give a time to this. Because every fantastic, mind-blowing relationship needs a time. And the problem that people make nowadays, they have been making for a long time. People just start relationship at the end instead of starting it at the beginning. When you start relationship at the end, there is nowhere to work this relationship towards. You get me? If you start relationship at the beginning, then you've got the whole world to work towards. Do you see what I mean? So I'm trying to say that this is going to be someone special. I'm trying to say that this is going to be someone unique. I'm trying to say that this is going to be someone who is, you know, the time is going to... it's not going to happen overnight, but it's most certainly going to make a huge impact on your life. This is someone who you know from your past life. So this is going to be imminent, whether you want this or not. As soon as you become aware of this person, even if you just see their hand, you will be like, oh my God, give it to me. Even if you see just their hand, you will know, like, it's just going to be these feelings and vibration within you're not going to be able to ignore. And this is going to be a sign that this person is going to make an absolutely huge impact. So you are going to have really new feelings towards someone. New feelings, like, I'm literally meaning this because you've never felt like this about anyone before. Okay, my gorgeous Taurini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.